Hi everyone, here's Karpinski Chapter 19. It's called More About the Minor Mode, Chromatic Scale Degree 6 and Scale Degree 7 through Modal Borrowing. Now we've already done all of this in theory class already. We did it during week 2 of the semester and now we're week 11. So we've already done all this. This is not going to be a hard discussion for you at all. So he says, we have learned about 2 ways to tonicize a pitch. And one of them is to emphasize the tonic-dominant relationship. Do, so, do. If you harmonize it, you get do, so, do, 1 and a 5 chord. Another way to do it is to emphasize the tonic to the mediant relationship. Do, mi, do. Oftentimes that's just a 1 chord. Do, mi, do. Or it could be 1-6 to 1 or 1-6. It could be a couple of different ways you could emphasize that. Another pitch relationship that can tonicize a pitch is the half step. So how about do, ti, do? That one's a very strong one. I just harmonize it with 1, 5, 1 with do, so, do in the bass and do, ti, do, which makes a perfect, authentic cadence. Yeehaw. I wrote a chart up there with those red bullet points on the top of the upper right part of the page, just to show you what we just discussed. Now, underneath that paragraph, I want you to know that I have a shorthand system that I use when I'm teaching or taking dictation on my own. The sentence I wrote below the first paragraph in red where it says abbreviation, DRMFSLT. That means do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Those are my personal abbreviations. I use the major mode as my frame of reference when I'm jotting down these syllables like a shorthand. And so you're going to see me do that in all these assignments that I'm making. So when you see that piece of music right under you, I've got D, 2, 3, D, D, rest, rest, D, D, D. That's what the solfege syllables mean. That means do, ti, do. Okay? And then do, re, mi, fa, mi, re. That's just a little shorthand way of abbreviating stuff so we don't have to waste more time writing out the whole entire word of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, so we're going to sing this Beethoven piece. 1, 2, 3. Do, 2, 3, ti, do. So the strong emphasis on D, C sharp, that relationship tends to give D a feeling of centricity. In other words, it seems like D is the boss of the first 4 bars of this piece for sure, because all the roads lead back to do. In the major mode, the leading tone occurs naturally because the 7th scale degree is diatonically 1/2 step below do, ti, do. But in minor mode, in the natural minor mode, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. It's not. Te, do is a whole step. We call that 7 the subtonic. Okay, so the leading tone is a 1/2 step. Do, ti, do, which is borrowed from major mode. Because we like in harmonic minor, we have that. Because we like to make harmony. Ti, do. And it's just the scale form, the natural form of the minor scale. It's te, do. And it makes this cadence like this. Do, te, do. Now, as 21st century musicians, we are totally used to that sound. And we like it. In fact, we might even prefer it to do, ti, do. When we're studying theory, initially we use a lot of 17th, 18th, and 19th century music because it's harmonically, at least the stuff we use for this year, a little bit easier to understand. So even though we may think that the subtonic sounds better in this cadence right here, that's not the kind of cadence we're working with this year. We're working with the do, the leading tone, ti, do, okay? That's ti versus te, leading tone versus subtonic. So the subtonic is a pitch 1 whole step below the tonic. I wrote you a secret note on the bottom right-hand side of the page. It said the subtonic te is the diatonic pitch in the natural minor scale. So a sharp, which means to raise a 1/2 step, must be added to create a leading tone at the end. just like we did, I'm going to remind you how much fun we had in first and second species counterpoint. I know you all secretly loved it, right? Fuchs would be so proud of us. Let's all sing together that hymn, There Is No Balm in Christian Lands. It's an English hymn, probably from the 18th or 19th centuries, and it's showing us a D minor key signature, and it's got A, F, and D, and T, Do at the end. So I'm going to go with the supposition that this is indeed in D minor, okay? Approaches a final cadence, if we're harmonizing it, we go Tito. Okay, we're going to try to solfege this. Now, I did not write in the solfege, so we're going to go slowly. Let's figure it out right now together. 1, 2, 3. So, me, fa, re, te, do, re, do. So, me, fa, te, ti, do. Ready? Sing. So, me, fa, re, te, do, re, do. So, me, fa, re, ti, do. I harmonize with the D major at the end with the Picardy third just to try it. I have no idea actually of the harmonization of any of this. I was just going with what my ear heard. So, the very last sentence at the bottom of the page, Karpinski says the dominant, median, and the leading tone may work independently or in conjunction with one another to establish a feeling of tonic. Well, why is that? The dominant is scale degree 5, the median scale degree 3, and that gives us enough along with the tonic to give us the tonic triad. So that is why the dominant, the median, and the leading tone can work independently or in conjunction with one another. If they work in conjunction, then I just harmonized a 1 chord and a 5 chord with those degrees in it. All right, let's finish this chapter up with doing some singing exercises together. This chart looks slightly different than the one in your book because I've added 2 columns to the harmonic minor version on the right side. So here's how we are going to do this exercise. It's like a call and response. So I'm going to go to the natural column. We're going to go like 1A2, A3, A4A. And I sing it first, and then you sing it right after me. Then we'll move to the melodic column, 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. Again, I will sing it first, then you respond to my singing. And then we'll go 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C. Same thing. I will sing it first, you respond to me, okay? And we'll do it in a metered kind of a situation. So we'll start there on the natural column. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, ti, do, your turn. Sol, re, sol, you sing. Sol, re, ti, do, sol. Do, ti, re, so, do. 1, 2, melodic column, ready? And do, ti, do, your turn. Sol, la, sol. Sol, la, ti, do, sol. Do, ti, la, so, do. Harmonic. Do, ti, do, your turn. Sol, re, sol. Sol, re, ti, do, sol. Do, ti, re, so, do. Did you notice that the melodic column sounded like major because we were singing la, sol, la, ti, do in the middle of it? But remember, it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And so this time we're going to do it where I'm going to play a minor triad with a third in it. C, E flat, G. So now we know if you're singing sol, la, ti, do, it sounds like you're singing it in a minor mode. Okay? So let's try the same exercise again. I sing first, you answer me, call and response. 1, 2, natural column. Do, ti, do. Sol, re, sol. Sol, re, ti, do, sol. Do, ti, re, sol, do. Melodic. Do, ti, do. Sol, la, sol. Sol, la, ti, do, sol. Do, ti, la, sol, do. Harmonic. Do, ti, do. Sol, re, sol. Sol, re, ti, do, sol. Do, ti, re, sol, do. All right, here's your singing assignment. It's not found in the book necessarily, but this is what it is. I'm going to play an open fifth drone, and you have to sing ascending and descending of the natural scale, the melodic minor scale, and the harmonic minor scale. So those three types of minor scales. So for example, for natural you would go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. For melodic, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Descending, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And remember, the descending form of melodic scale is the same as the natural form going down. And harmonic, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Some of you may prefer to use a little virtual digital piano to give yourself a starting pitch on your computer. Some of you may want to give your starting note on your own instrument, or you may have a piano in your house or your dorm or wherever you're staying. Before you sing these, you need to play the drone, the starting pitch you're going to start on, and then sing your natural up and down. Play that note, melodic up and down, play the note, harmonic up and down. When you're finished, play the note again so that the person grading your assignment can hear if you landed on pitch correctly. So have fun with that. That is your assignment. I will write it down in prose form and have your instructor post it into Canvas. Make sure that when you record yourself, you post your video on YouTube and only post the YouTube link onto Canvas. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week.